Today on DC News Now.
Blustery conditions continue as these strong winds push across the area. We'll let you know when it will finally start to calm down.
The lights are up across the DMV, and we're previewing what you can expect from tonight's National Tree Lighting and other festive lights in the area. Start times may change in Fairfax County schools. You'll hear reaction from leaders. Also, on the move in D.C., you'll see changes that'll impact your wallet, paying a new price for parking and Metro cracking down on fare evaders. And a festive adventure awaits at this year's holiday hunt.
It's a citywide scavenger hunt that encourages folks to shop local, explore DC neighborhoods, and come to a lot of really fun community events.
How you can support local businesses and win prizes.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. It is a DMV first warn day today. Strong winds in the region. Meteorologist Damon Matson joined us now with the latest check on the forecast. And Damon, you said before we went on air that the wind is biting.
Yeah, Mark, it has a little bit of a bite to it with these temperatures that are on the decline for the rest of the day. But we're definitely concerned about the strongest wind gusts that are still to come this afternoon. We've already had some instances of wind damage across the DMV. Our own Randy Bass out covering some of this wind damage that is happening in the DMV. Took this snapshot in Hyattsville, where a tree was knocked down right in front of a house here. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Even the car was spared, just barely there. But this is one of the things we are concerned about seeing through the rest of the day, as these stronger wind gusts of 40, 50 miles an hour are going to continue to be possible as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon and at least into this evening. That's why the National Weather Service still has the wind advisory going here across much of the DMV until 6 p.m. This could be expanded if the winds continue to stay elevated, but we are expecting things to calm down just a little bit as we head into the overnight hours, to where we will not see those strongest wind gusts. And out across our mountain counties, the snowfall occurred earlier this morning, a little more so, but we still have a blizzard warning in Garrett County, winter weather advisories in Mineral and Allegheny counties until 3 p.m. as some snowfall continues while the winds continue to increase throughout the rest of the afternoon. So all of those alerts, yeah, we have a very blustery, cold rest of the day. Look at this. Temperatures dropping as we head through the afternoon from the middle and upper 30s down toward the 20s by the time the sun sets. And with that wind howling, there's going to be a biting wind chill to go along with these temperatures. So we'll talk about how long this cold will stick around and when this wind will finally let up as well. Coming up, and look at your full forecast here in just a bit.
Damon, thank you. Developing now in Prince William County, we have new information after a man was shot by a police officer outside of a fire and police station in Woodbridge. It happened around 5 a.m. at the Department of Fire and Rescue Station 26 and the Central District Police Station on Davis Ford Road. Police say a man had a knife in the back parking lot. A police officer was nearby and confronted the man. Police say that the man advanced toward the officer. That's when he was shot by police. We're not sure how many shots were fired.
Officers, as you can imagine, were immediately able to attempt to render aid, but unfortunately the subject in this case was taken to a local hospital where he was pronounced. We think this person came to this location, and we don't know exactly why they came here, but then this unfortunate incident unfolded.
Police have not released the name of the man. The officer right now is on administrative leave, and we will update this story as we learn more. Developing now, a 13-year-old found guilty of beating and kicking a man experiencing homelessness in D.C. last year is getting an 8-year punishment. A judge handed down that sentence yesterday. The teen is one of 5 girls charged in the murder of 64-year-old Reggie Brown. She apologized to Brown's family in court, but the victim's sister says she does not think the teen was remorseful.
It saddens me that these young girls could be so brutal and do something so severe, but I'm just grateful that the judge did give them the time that D.C. commits until 21, so we're grateful for that.
Well, 2 other girls are expected to be sentenced later this month. A woman is dead. 3 others people are without a home after a house fire in Prince George's County. It happened on Barnum Street in Bladensburg last night. When fire crews arrived, they found the woman dead inside of the home. Crews say that another person was inside at the time but was able to escape with no serious injuries.
Right now that this community is grieving the loss of one of our residents. So we hold everyone in high regards here. But Christmas time, just imagine the family getting notified of something like this.
Fire crews say they will be back in the neighborhood today to check on smoke detectors in other homes. The man accused of shooting a beloved Maryland activist is being held without bond. Prince George's County Police arrested Terrell Bailey Tuesday. They say he shot Cornelius McDonald outside of a restaurant in Largo. According to police, they did not know each other, but were customers at the restaurant, and they got into a disagreement. Bailey faces several charges, including first-degree murder. His next hearing is scheduled in January. A lawsuit brought against Amazon accusing the company of unfairly charging customers in D.C. wards 7 and 8. Now, D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab filed the suit on behalf of families who live east of the Anacostia River. DC News Now's Randy Bass spoke with neighbors who say this validates what they're seeing.
D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab says Amazon unfairly excluded customers from Prime shipping benefits in zip codes 20019 and 20020, both east of the Anacostia in wards 7 and 8.
It's kind of unfair. I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Amazon customers we talked to in the Skyland neighborhood say they had noticed something was up.
Now, I noticed that Amazon normally used to have the 2-day delivery, but now I don't see it no more. And just to hear about it right now saying that they still do have 2-day delivery, but not over here, is just kind of shocking.
The AG says back in 2022, Amazon stopped using its own trucks to service areas east of the river, using only third-party delivery services, slowing down shipping, saying Amazon never told DC customers what it was doing, and in turn broke DC consumer protection laws.
Really trying to find out where's my packages at. And I want to be treated like everybody else.
In a post on X today, Schwab says he wants to give people back the money that Amazon cheated them out of. We reached out to Amazon for their side. They say it's not a matter of discrimination or deception, and that there have been specific targeted acts against its drivers in these zip codes. Saying in part, we made the deliberate choice to adjust our operations, including delivery routes and times, for the sole reason of protecting the safety of our drivers.
All right, thanks to Randy Bass. New York City police are searching for the gunman responsible for the deadly shooting of the United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. It happened outside of a hotel in Manhattan yesterday morning. Police sharing these new images of the suspect from inside a Starbucks. They believe that he was there before shooting and killing Thompson. Police say that a delivery driver in the area took photos on his phone of the suspect running through an alley after the shooting.
A shot, and when I look around, I saw a guy with a gun, you know, and he shot 3 times, and then he started running.
Investigators say they found a discarded cell phone in the alleyway. Right now, police believe that this is a premeditated and planned attack. They're still working to find a motive. And it's National Flu Vaccination Week, and Virginia clinics are offering free flu shots to people without insurance. The Virginia Department of Health says that toddlers, the elderly, pregnant women, and those with chronic conditions are more likely to get sick from the flu. You can find a link to those clinics on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Maryland released its annual state school report cards, and local school districts are celebrating. The report cards rank schools using stars based on data like academic growth and school climate. Prince George's County School District says that nearly 75% of its schools have earned a 3-star rating or higher. Meantime, Frederick County Public Schools says that nearly 75% of their schools earned 4 stars or higher. Fairfax County School Board is getting a clearer picture of the impacts of changing start time for kids in middle school. Even though they still have to decide whether or not to make the changes, the board was presented several options for pushing those times back.
The school leaders here at Fairfax County Public Schools appreciated seeing the data, but still had concerns, including logistical impacts. FCPS has been considering changing middle school start times for a while now. Right now, FCPS middle schools start at 7:30 a.m., the school district considering 8 a.m. or later start. This week, officials were presented 5 options of moving up middle school start times, bus system impact, and financial impacts. One option pushes middle school start times to 8:45 a.m. and also changes start times for all other school levels. Some options would mean additional school buses and millions of dollars. While the impact on bus system is one thing, FCPS leaders are also concerned about siblings who ride the bus together.
The other concern that I have that we haven't discussed is that we have a lot of elementary schoolers that get off the bus to older siblings, and that creates a problem in certain communities where you don't have someone that is going to be able to get off the bus with them.
Board members also expressed concerns about later start times and parents who work early. Experts say the school district can play a role in letting parents know their options.
One of the things that we heard again and again and again in the forums for you is that parents do seem to face a lack of childcare options, even with the current school start times. So it's not necessarily that we create greater problems.
Another thing impacting the timeline for changing middle school start time is school leaders are looking to update and review school boundaries. They want to do both within sort of the same timeline with very little disruptions. For now, we're in Fairfax County. I'm Tosin Fakile. Back to you.